This is 9 News with Sophie Walsh.
Good morning. A man and woman are in custody this morning after a 9-month-old girl's body was found washed up on a Gold Coast beach. The infant was discovered unresponsive by a member of the public who was walking along the sand at Surfers Paradise just after midnight. Queensland Police have spoken just moments ago, and we will have more from our reporter on the ground shortly. Our judicial system is under scrutiny today after it was revealed a man who allegedly sexually attacked a 7-year-old girl in Sydney was on parole at the time. Zara James has the details. To breaking news now, and Fairfax shareholders have just voted in favour of the company's $4 billion merger with Nine. It comes after an 11th hour attempt by former Domain CEO Anthony Catalano to delay the deal, but Fairfax has overwhelmingly decided to go ahead with the merger this morning. The federal court will make a final decision on the merger later this month. A man has drowned on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula. Emergency services were called to St Andrews Beach just after 8 this morning after a body was found floating in the ocean near Paradise Drive. It's believed the man, who is yet to be formally identified, was surfing at the time. A woman has gone into labour and 3 children are in hospital after 2 cars collided in northern Victoria. Paramedics were called to the crash on Webb Road at Kyabram about 9:20 last night. 3 primary school children and 2 adults were pulled from a station wagon and taken to hospital. An 8-year-old girl is fighting for life at the Royal Children's in Melbourne, while 2 boys aged 7 and 11 are in a stable condition. 3 New South Wales teenagers in the second car were also taken to hospital, including an 18-year-old pregnant woman who has since given birth as a result of the smash. Major collision investigation detectives have been at the scene this morning. The Banking Royal Commission's last round of hearings has kicked off today with the top brass of each of the Big Four banks taking turns in the witness box. Commonwealth Bank bosses are up first, the council making it clear they don't want any more apologies but explanations for the misconduct. Westpac's chief executive will be on next to take the stand. In the news ahead, $1 million found in the boot of a car. What do police allege was being done with the cash? A new rich race for Australia. Details on how the $5 million Magic Mile will give punters more choice. And how on earth did a young racing car driver survive this? The shocking crash next.
Australia loves the 9 News app. 500,000 users can't be wrong. Download the free 9 News app now.
A teenager is recovering in a Darwin hospital after being attacked by a mob of sharks off the Northern Territory coast. The 17-year-old was spearfishing near Arnhem Land when he was surrounded by nearly a dozen sharks. The boy suffered deep lacerations to his arm and leg and was flown from the scene to Royal Darwin Hospital, where he remains in a stable condition. A hospital with a difference has opened in India, the huge health centre designed specifically to care for some of the largest patients on Earth, elephants. Medical staff look after the animals that have been released from captivity with the latest high-tech equipment supersized to treat more than just a runny nose or trunk. Once the elephants are well enough, they are released to a nearby conservation centre. Mike Lorigan is here now with Sports News. Good morning.
Very good morning to you, Sophie. Coming up, can the Australian cricket team redeem themselves against India? Plus, the young Socceroo about to break his way into the starting side, and Alexander Zverev shows why he's a future world number 1.
Are we being lied to, Queensland?
If this had have happened through an election, someone could end up in jail.
Last night, we broke the story.
I'm very sad.
Tonight, you'll witness the fallout. Plus, we reveal the secret that blows this Queensland government controversy wide open. 9 News tonight.
Michael Maguire is wasting no time getting to work at the Tigers. The new coach has taken control of the team, putting his players through their paces at training for the first time this morning. The former South Sydney Premiership winning coach was appointed to the role to replace Ivan Cleary. There's been an extraordinary story of survival at the Formula 3 overnight. A teenage racing driver was sent smashing into a wall metres from spectators at more than 270 kilometres an hour. Somehow, she's lived to tell the tale. Look, absolutely remarkable, very confronting, Sophie.
Yeah, she is one lucky lady. Mike, thank you. Returning to our top story in Queensland now, where a major murder investigation is right now underway after the body of a 9-month-old baby girl was found washed up on a Gold Coast beach. Here's Darren Curtis with the latest. To breaking news from Sydney now, and emergency services are right now at the scene of a fatal pedestrian accident in the city's west. An 87-year-old man was struck and killed by a truck on Woodville Road at Granville a short time ago. We will bring you more details as they come into the newsroom across this afternoon. Still to come, the latest weather for your working week. A quick check of the weather now right around the country today. A partly cloudy day ahead in Brisbane, heading for a top of 26 degrees. Sydney, partly cloudy and 23. A shower or two developing in Adelaide and 35 degrees. And 21 and partly cloudy in Perth. And tomorrow, partly cloudy in Brisbane, 27 degrees. Becoming windy but sunny in Sydney, 25. Darwin, partly cloudy and a top of 34 there. And that is Nine's Morning News. Amber Sherlock will be here at 3 p.m. with 9 News Now, and then we'll have your local news in the afternoon bulletin at 4 o'clock. I'm Sophie Walsh. Thanks for your company. Hope you have a great day.